A wise man once said, "With great power comes great responsibility." We're here to extend that lesson to SOLIDWORKS users by teaching you that with infinite surfacing power comes the responsibility to stick to some best practices. Let's get started building this infinite power ring for Spidey as a tribute to his Uncle Ben, using only surface features to obtain a watertight solid body. Let's start by building a simple extruded surface of the internal face of the ring. Spidey wears a size 10.5 ring, which comes to a diameter of 0.797 inches. So let's dimension that. For those of you who have not worked with the surfacing tools before, you may need to make the surface tool shortcuts visible in the command manager. Simply right-click on any of the command manager tabs and ensure the surfaces option is selected. Now let's extrude this surface on the mid-plane, adding some manly heft to this ring by making it 0.5 inches wide. Now surfacing tools are great for creating unique angular or organic shapes. We'll design this ring with 6 convex outer faces to form a soft hexagon using the swept surface feature. Let's start by using the polygon sketch tool, where you can quickly set the number of sides for the polygon. We'll set this one to 6, so we're going to create a hexagon, and we're going to use this as construction geometry. Nice thing about this tool is you can quickly draw a polygon and easily apply some relations and dimensions to achieve a fully constrained sketch. We'll make this a sort of soft hexagonal shape. So let's use the polygon sketch as construction geometry and add a circular pattern of 6 arcs to create this soft polygon look. So I'll create my initial arc, and then using the circular pattern sketch tool, I can pattern my original arc to create this soft polygon look. Now that we have our path sketch, let's draw our profile on the top plane. We're going to draw this as a convex arc, and we'll use some construction geometry to set the width of the arc the same as the width of our ring. And we'll ensure that the top of our arc is coincident with the path sketch. And again, let's just add some manly heft to this ring. We'll make the thickness of it 0.09 inches. Now to build our surface, enter the Swept Surface Feature tool, click the Profile Sketch followed by the Path Sketch. And notice how the swept surface picks up the sharp corners built into the Path Sketch. This allows us to achieve the look we're going for using a single swept surface versus building 6 individual faces. And this saves us a bunch of time and history tree space. Now let's add something extra to this ring by building in a unique angular outer face. When working with odd shapes, get used to working with the 3D Sketch tool, which allows the flexibility of sketching anywhere in the build space. One thing I'd like to point out when it comes to sketching in general is I've noticed over the years that many users are not in the habit of fully constraining their sketches. This can lead to problems, particularly when making changes to features early on in the history tree, as this can lead to avoidable errors as the model rebuilds and sketches are free to move around. I urge all users to get in the habit of fully constraining their sketches. Just as with 2D sketches, we can add relations and dimensions to 3D sketches to ensure they are fully constrained. So let's add in some reference geometry that we can dimension and add relations to in order to lock this sketch down. Let's set this construction geometry to 0.125 inches and this other one to 25 thousandths of an inch. And then we'll apply some relations to this, some equal relations, in order to lock this sketch down. Now to turn this sketch into a surface, we're going to use the Filled Surface tool, which can take any closed sketch or closed series of edges to create a surface. With the sketch highlighted, simply click on the Filled Surface tool and click the check mark to build the surface. We'll touch on this tool a little more in part 4 of the series. At a later point, we're going to use this surface as a trim tool, so we need to ensure that it extends past the outer surfaces. We can do this by using the Extend Surface tool. Here you can extend a surface in a single direction by selecting individual edges, or in this case, you can extend the whole surface by selecting the surface face. Let's extend this surface 0.1 inches, which puts its edges comfortably outside of the outer surface of the ring for trimming later on. Okay, we have the basic shape of our ring laid out. Stay tuned for part 2 of this series where we'll use some unique sketch tools to add infinite power to this ring.